Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where today, highly requested, newest running back of the Jackson State Tigers, Syveon Wilkerson, is in the building as promised. So, without further ado, let's get him in here. Let's get going. Symeon, what's good, my boy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi was tripping for a second.
You all good. What's going on with you, man?
How y'all doing, man? I'm glad to be on the show.
All right. Hey, listen, they requested you. You know, they already in here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, first, I want to ask you something like to do with a few people, with a few guests that come on the show. It's called Pick Your Poison. So let's put out the scenario, right? Let's just
Wow.
say you win the league. You know, you're in the league, rookie season. You get the ball, right? And you make it past the first wave. You make it past the line of scrimmage, and now you got somebody waiting on you. I'm gonna let you pick between which of the three, which you would rather go up and get to try to get that first down. All right, Michael Parsons, Darius Leonard, Bobby Wagner. Who would you rather go up against to get that first down?
I'd rather go up against Michael Parsons. I like his game. And he knew he a rookie. You know, he young, and I'll be young too. So that'll be a good matchup for sure. I don't know if I would run him over or hit him with a little something, but I would like to go up against him for sure.
But see, how would you approach somebody like Micah? I mean, he got the speed of a running back and he can hit at the same time. How do you approach him?
It's based on instincts for me, you know. In the game, when I'm just in the game, it's all instincts. I think, but it's just natural, you know. It come natural.
I got you. All right. So, would you rather, right? Would you rather score a touchdown by breaking multiple tackles, or would you rather score a touchdown by breaking multiple ankles?
That's hard. Either one, you gonna get the crowd hype. So that's a tough one, but it really that's a tough one. I'll say breaking ankles, multiple ankles.
Because it's flashy, right?
At the same time, I love contact too, so I'll break some tackles, you know.
And that's why I wanted to ask you, because I'm like, I want to know like what kind of running back he is at heart. Like what does he prefer? You feel me?
I prefer balance, just balance. It's really all it depends on like the team. Like when I watch film, it depends like what the linebackers like, what's their strengths and weaknesses, what's the defense strengths and weaknesses. Like what can I do to have the best advantage against my opponent? So whether that's running through them or breaking the ankles, you know, I'm gonna do either one.
Okay, all right. So, is there any running back in the league that you active or retired that you see yourself modeling your game after?
Walter Payton. That's
Oh,
always been my
okay.
favorite running back since growing up. My godmom actually introduced me to Walter Payton growing up.
Really?
Yeah, she showed me his highlights. Because I think at the time she was like, you run like him, like as a kid. So she showed his highlights, and that's the first running back like I ever seen. Like actually sat there and watched his highlights. Ever since then, I've been hooked on his game, and that's who I like model my game after for the most part.
That's crazy. So grandma saw it in you before anybody else did.
Yeah, godmom.
Godmom.
Yeah.
Godmom saw it in you before anybody else. Now, that's crazy. So, would you rather run in between the tackles or bounce it outside?
That's a tough one too. I do both, and it's like sometimes the plays are designed for me to go between the tackles, but I'll bounce it outside because I don't see nothing. So it really just depends for me. I don't have a problem with neither one. You know, I'll run between the tackles, get the yards, bounce it out, get the yards. Either one is fine with me.
Okay, all right. Now back to Walter Payton, because that honestly intrigued me, right?
Yeah.
If you could take any part of Walter Payton's skill set and add it to your game, what would it be?
His power. His power. Like if you watch his highlights, he just breaking tackles nonstop, running through people nonstop. And on top of that, he had speed as well. So like I'll take his power though, because that power, not everybody, you know, possesses that power and the legs to break those type of tackles, especially at the running back position. Sometimes you only got speed or sometimes you only got power. But he was really pretty balanced in both. But his power was something I would definitely take from his game.
And if you could have any NIL deal with any company, who would it be?
That's a good question too. My mom over here pointing at her tattoo. She got a Puma tattoo. No, it would probably be. I like Gatorade. I like Gatorade. I seen the I know Shador. He got an idea with Gatorade. I seen the commercial they did. I was like, that's nice. I would like Gatorade.
That was a pretty well constructed commercial, so I can see why you would pick them for sure.
Yeah, but I'm open to any NIL deal. You know, any company.
Yeah, fast. You know, as long as you get the bag. You know. All right, now getting to you. What does Simeon Wilkerson do when he's not in pads?
When I'm not in pads, I'm into the Bible. I read books, into stocks, into investing, trading. I'm into all like anything finance. That's really like my area. Like that's what I do. That's what I've been interested in since high school. So I like finance. I like investing, trading, reading books on finance, on money. A lot of personal development with the mind, and just everything. You know, I like to evolve and elevate myself in different areas and on different levels outside of football, because football don't last forever. So you gotta do other things in your spare time so to set yourself up for the future.
It's interesting that you mentioned those things, right? Because all right, like for me, right, I read as well, but I read for fun, like for pleasure, and not really like I don't read like 48 Laws of Power or anything, you know. But I don't get on people who don't. Like, what kind of books are you reading? Like
right now, I read a lot of self-development books and like books on like certain entrepreneurs. Like first book I ever read, I actually used to hate reading, but first book I ever read was when I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur, you know, outside of football. First book I ever read was Think and Grow Rich. And since then I've been reading a lot of books from Napoleon Hill. Right now I'm reading a book, 50 Cent's book, Hustle Smarter, Hustle Harder. I'm reading that. That's a good book. And yeah, most books like that I'm interested in, intrigued by. But if it's not on something that like I actually like, I won't read it. Oh, my mom. This is a new book I just bought. This right here.
Man of Purpose and Power.
Yeah, I just bought this book.
So man, listen, if you recommended that, I'm gonna definitely give it a try.
It's a good book. My one of my old coaches recommended it for me, so I'm gonna tap in.
Okay, hey, let me know how that go. I'm for real. You know, I need a new book to read anyway, to be honest with you.
Most definitely. Somebody say him and Shiloh got to get along good with them stocks. Oh yeah, most definitely. We're gonna lock in.
All right, so you mentioned the Bible as well. What's your favorite quote from the Bible? Scripture.
Quote Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek the kingdom of God first," and I usually can quote it off top. Seek the kingdom of God, all and His righteousness, and everything will be added to you. That's what it is. Matthew 6:33. That's my favorite verse.
Okay, all right. And you know, as far as the stocks go, man, I tried to get into that. I tried to do cryptocurrency. You know, I ain't know what I was doing. So I just pulled out of it all together. So the fact that you're interested in this kind of thing and you know how that goes, I love that about you, dog. I like
that. Appreciate that.
So I want to talk about your time in high school, right? Because you, man, when I looked at your stats from all the way going back to your sophomore year, your production did nothing but go up with each year, right? So I think your sophomore year, you had like 7 touchdowns. Junior year, you come back and you had like 800 plus yards. Senior year, you top 1,000 yards, and you just balling at this point. Looking at that production, looking at those numbers, what schools offered you? Like, what was the recruit story?
My recruiting story was a little different. I had a lot of interest, but nobody really took that shot, on me because of my height, 5'8", you know what I'm saying? But I never let it discourage me. I just kept doing what I do, but I never really had too many big offers. I always had the interest, but nobody ever took that shot on me. So, yeah.
And you know, I found that really crazy. So, how did Delaware State come about?
Delaware State came at the last minute. The coach actually he hit me up. He wanted me to come on a visit, and I came on a visit, and we talked. And he told me like he wasn't even looking at me to recruit me because he thought I was going to a bigger school. He didn't even know in the beginning. It was so last minute, like a couple days before signing day. That's when I sat down with the coach. We talked. He was like, "I thought you was going to like Power 5 school, or whatever." But I was like, "No, I'm still on the market." And so he offered me on the spot, and I just went.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so you get there your freshman year, and you know all you did was rush for. Oh, you good? I don't know what happened just now.
Yeah,
But all you did was, second best running back in the MEAC your freshman year. Right on top of that, you earned first team all MEAC honors, and you were in a Walter Payton Award final, a Jerry Rice Award finalist, or something like that. That's given to the best freshman. Who do you credit for that success in your first year of college football?
I credit my coaches, especially my running back coach. He taught me a lot on and off the field for sure. My linemen, I credit them as well. Of course, they block, but my running back coach, he really he molded me into the player that I desire to be on and off the field for most definitely. So I credit him.
And also, I've noticed like you had a lot of carries your freshman year. I think like 220, and yet not to my knowledge, I don't think you were ever like out for a game or hurt. So like, what did you do to avoid injury throughout that season? Getting 220 carries, that's a lot.
A lot of people ask me that question. It's really you taking care of your body is like the most essential part to the game, especially as you get older, going to the next level. You gotta take care of your body. I always stretch. I would get massages, chiropractor, all that stretching, mobility, flexibility. That's all important and essential, especially at the running back position when especially getting those type of carries. Yeah. So taking care of your body is very important. Eating the right thing, drinking water, that's very important as well.
And what do you feel you could have done better last season?
What could I have done better? I would say towards like the middle end of the season, I started slacking with my blocking because we actually started passing a little more, and we were running the whole season. So all right, now it's time to block. I gotta block. So I think I can get better with that. I could have done better with that, and I'm gonna do better with that this season.
And because you are 5'8", when you are pass blocking, in what ways do you have to go about protecting your quarterback differently than say a 6'1" running back? Like, is it like do y'all go for the legs?
I never really pay attention to the size. I don't care about size. I mean, I will always defy the odds, and so really, I'll block a 6'3" defensive end head on. I'll cut them. It all depends, on the type of player that person is. What's his strengths?
I got you.
Yeah.
Now, after a very successful freshman season at Delaware State, you decided to jump in the transfer portal, and you did. And I want to know what was the reason that you decided to leave Delaware State?
The reason I decided to leave, I just wanted to play for a bigger program. That's really it for the most part. Yeah, I just want to play for a bigger program.
And when you told the news to your friends on the team, your former teammates, were they supportive of your decision?
Yeah, they were. They were very supportive of the decision, and they still support me to this day. I'm still in contact with most of them to this day. We built great bonds on and off the field, so they were real supportive.
Who were some of your closest, the guys that you were closest to on that Delaware State team?
Man, I was close with everybody, but for the most part, you say it's Guthrie, Wade Inch, the other running back, number 24, Trey Gross, receiver, Jared, Chuck, number 1, corner. I was close with everybody for the most part, and I'm still close with them to this day.
And seeing your former teammate Trey Gross pursuing his professional football career, man, how proud are you of him? And just how much does that motivate you? Seeing him getting the interview on NFL Network and seeing him get the eyes on him. How proud are you of him, knowing that this guy was on the same field as me? And how much does it motivate you to get there as well?
It's definitely motivating. I think it's motivating for everybody because if you know his story, he went from a walk-on to a scholarship player, and now he's getting a shot at the NFL. So it's motivating for everybody for the most part, especially me. You know what I'm saying? Because he defied the odds, like I just said. He defied all the odds that was stacked up against him, and now he got his shot. And, his opportunity. I know once he get that opportunity with whatever team, he gonna make the best of it. He a baller,
Yeah, no facts. No doubt about that. He's a baller. All right, so now that you're in the transfer portal, I see the news. I'm like, oh, he's Power 5. I saw the pictures in the West Virginia uniform. It was fresh. It was. I like how you did that. It was fresh.
Yeah.
But then it comes that it comes to find out that you pull out of West Virginia as well. So what happened there? If you can talk about that, no pressure.
Yeah. I wanted to play for Coach Prime. I want to come to Jackson State. That's really it for the most part.
Wow. So that was the reason you left how you wanted to play for Coach Prime.
Yeah, that was one of the big reasons.
That's I like that. I like it.
I really wanted to be a part of that HBCU culture because that's what I was part of before at first. And I like HBCU football is nothing like it, to be honest. And I wanted to stay a part of that and come back. Coach Prime, he doing something special here, so I wanted to come play for him.
And let me add on to that, right? Like, what is it about being an HBCU football player that no other school can provide? No PWI can provide.
Man, it's so much. I feel like you really got to be a part of it to really understand the difference between playing for PWI, or just going to a PWI, and then going to HBCU. Game days different, off-season training different, and the family vibe between the team is different as well. Like, it's just nothing like it. I wanted to be a part of that some more.
Now, like you said, you ended up going to Jackson State because you wanted to play for Coach Prime. Now you're a part of the Jackson State football team. Have you've gotten a chance to do workouts and be with the team and everything like that?
Yeah, I was there the first session summer, and then we
going,
okay. Yeah.
So you were there, and you met some of your teammates. Is there anybody that you've gotten close with inside of your position group?
Inside of my position group?
Yeah, so far.
We all click for the most part. We all talk. Everybody cool. Nobody that I got like super close with just yet, but I'm sure that's gonna happen. It's only been a month in, so yeah.
And y'all have been working pretty hard from the stuff that I've seen on social media, and I got a feeling I know what this answer is gonna be, but I wanna know from your mouth, right? What was the hardest workout that you've done at JSU so far?
You probably thinking the stairs. Or is
that? I do think it's the stadium. I really do, man. Because
to me, that was talking about it. The stairs wasn't. The stadium wasn't that hard to me, honestly. It wasn't that hard to me. I guess because being prepared for something like that is not really that difficult when you prepare yourself. But the hardest workout, I wouldn't say none of them really too hard. Like the hardest, I can't think of a hardest workout. They all pretty good work though. It's all good work though for the most part. Yeah.
Oh, so you just prepared, huh? You just stay prepared. Ain't nothing really that challenging to you.
When you prepare, I mean, it's nothing that's gonna make you be like, dang, I can't do this. It's hard. It's all it's a mindset thing.
Honestly, I see why Jackson State went after you, bro. That is the type of mindset that Coach Prime is actually looking for his team. So it's good to hear you say that. What has been your main focus of improvement this offseason?
Main focus is making sure I'm very flexible, my mobility, taking care of my body, just outside of, the skill and all that, because that's going to take care of itself. But just taking care of your body off the field, that's been my main focus. You know what I'm saying? So, because if you're not on the field, you're not able to be an asset. You're not able to produce. You got to be on the field, So if you injured, you're not able to produce. You're not able. All your skills don't matter. So just taking care of my body off the field, that's been most important to me.
And getting to Jackson State as one of the new guys on the block, you had time. Of course, you've been with the team, but you've had time to yourself and to get to experience Jackson State a little bit, the culture. What is some of your first impressions of the Jackson State culture?
Everybody genuine. The people that I've met, everybody genuine. The culture, game's crazy. My first game I went to was in December, the SWAC championship. Crazy, man. The atmosphere.
That was the first?
Yeah, that was the first game I ever been to.
Oh, yeah. So you got to experience a lit environment then.
Yeah, and the fans, they loving, they supportive, caring, all that. I'm I actually talk to a couple fans on a daily basis. They cool. So yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Now you saw the schedule that's coming out. What game are you looking forward to the most?
Every game, to be honest.
Y'all say
every game. I mean, you gotta look forward to every game. You know what I'm saying? I think
Nah,
everything's gonna be
I,
interesting.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You give me the professional answer. I like it. I
I think every game gonna be fun, interesting. It's gonna be a dogfight every game. So good talent.
And speaking of the Orange Blossom Classic is obviously the first game on the schedule. We know the implications that game has.
Yeah.
Last year, the loser of that game was 1 point away from being in the Celebration Bowl, right? So going into this year, knowing the stakes, are you knowing that it's going to be at the Dolphin Stadium and it's going to be on, all these cameras everywhere, the crowd's going to be turned? Is there any nerves that's going to come from you?
No.
None? Like you just gonna be ready? Like you just prepared?
Yeah, I never been nervous in the game. Well, actually, one game I have been nervous. My high school championship game. But once I got on the field, because when we were warming up, it was nobody there. But then when we went back in and came back out, and the whole stadium was filled. I was like, dang, I'm nervous. But once I got on the field, I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't nothing. It's just another football game.
Okay, all right. So now you haven't been there that long, but you have gotten to meet your new offensive coordinator, Coach Bartolone. What were some of your first impressions of him?
He know what he talking about. That's really it. He know what he talking about. He know the game, and now he know what's gonna work. He know what is gonna work for us. I think we're gonna have an explosive offense this year. It's gonna be fun to watch.
And speaking of the offense, running wasn't their strong suit last year. As a matter of fact, I think they were last, if not almost last, in the SWAC.
Yeah.
Now that they've revamped that offensive line, that they've went out and gotten backs like you, on top of bringing back, one of their guys who they didn't have due to injury, Tyson Alexander. Y'all are looking like a lot better with the run game, right? So, what can we expect you? Seeing what you did at Delaware State, what can we expect you to bring to this new offense for this new team?
I think I'm gonna bring a lot of versatility, because like you said, they didn't run as they were last in running last year, rushing, and so they passed a lot. But I'm gonna be able to, open up the pass game for Shador, and open up the pass game for the receivers as well, so for them to get open. Defense is gonna have to, be honest for the run and pass. They don't know what's coming.
I love that answer, honestly. And I know you had a pregame routine at Delaware State. So what was that, and do you plan on bringing that to Jackson State?
Pregame routine, for the most part, get up, pray, stretch, work on my I'll do a whole lot of stretch and mobility stuff before the game with my trainer. And yeah, that's it for the most part. That's really that would be my pregame routine right there for real. Hydrating. Yeah.
And what about after the game? Like, what do you do to decompress?
After the game, it depends. My family would always be at the game, so they'll be tailgating and stuff, barbecuing, really just chilling with the family, enjoying the family for the most part. I'm a family person, so being with the family, that's how I decompress for the most part.
Now, just to get into more of you as a person during the game, because see all y'all, y'all cool, calm, and collected during the interviews and everything like that when you're on camera. But then when we see you during the game, y'all feisty. Like are you the kind of guy who talks on the field? Do you let your play do the talking? Like what kind of guy are you when it's really heated?
Yeah, it depends on the game for the most part. Like honestly, sometimes I'll be chill and sometimes I'll be fired up. But mentally, I'm always like ready to go get after it. Whether I'm not talking back or whether I'm talking. Like South Carolina, I know when we played them, I was always talking because they was talking. But other games, I was like more so just chilling. Like the Wagner game, I was just doing my thing for the most part. But the South Carolina State game, really the in-conference games, that's when I'll do a lot of talking. But out of conference games, I'll just be chilling for the most part.
Hey, it's funny that you mentioned this South Carolina State, right? Because I wanted to ask you earlier. I don't know, I forgot. When you were at Delaware State, man, could you consider that matchup like a rivalry in a sense, or y'all like? Because every time I see y'all play each other, it's always close. Like it's so close.
Yeah, I mean, you could consider it a rivalry if watching the games and stuff. Because when we played them in the spring, It was a close game. Played them in the fall. My boy says on here. Played them in the fall. It was a close game. You know, you could consider it a rivalry. We was always getting after it. They a great team, great, well coached. We was a great team, well coached as well. So you could consider it a rivalry.
Okay. Hey, and to everybody watching, I know y'all see my dog Isaias Guthrie in here, man. Y'all remember he was one of the guys on the channel doing the interview a few months ago, right? So hey, shout out to Isaias, my boy. Can't wait to see you play.
He a dog too, man.
Yes, sir.
So
all right, now I want to know, are there any personal goals for you next season?
Any personal goals? That's a good question. I haven't really wrote down any of my personal goals, to be honest. Not for this upcoming season. I just know it's gonna be a great season. It's gonna be fun. It's a new journey, new chapter for me. So I'm just excited for what's to come, you know. But I haven't really wrote down any of my personal goals yet or nothing.
Well, I see somebody in the comments, JSU versus Delaware State in the Celebration Bowl. If that were to happen,
that would be fun, man. That would be fun.
Would it you not gonna call him up and talk a little trash before the game?
I mean, we talked about it. I told my boys up there already. I expect to see them up there, so I expect to see them in Atlanta in December. They got a great squad up
there. I see a sign saying he don't want that. You don't want that.
Hey, he know what's up. He know what I used to do to him in practice, man.
Oh. All right. So, what is your major? Because I know that's always a thing for the fans who watch these.
It's entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And what do you hope to do with that degree after football?
I hope to have my own business, have multiple investments, have multiple businesses. Actually, be in real estate, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And guys,
I'm not gonna go too much in detail, like what type of businesses, because you know what I'm saying, I don't want to spill.
I got you. All right. Science, man. Hey, everybody watching, if you have a question, now is your time to ask the science. I'm sorry, Symeon. That was actually my last question for him. If y'all have a question, now is the time to do so. But while they're doing that, hey, Symeon, this was great. This was fun. All right, this is what I would expect it to be, man. This was just an overall great interview by you. Hey, shout out to Moms as well, because I know she got you right.
Yeah, you made sure I was prepared, man.
Let me see, my boy Markel. Shout out to my boy Markel. He says we going for 1K, little bro.
Yeah, that's the goal for sure.
You trying to get that 1,000 yard season again?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make sure I get it. Try and break some records.
Hey, and the fact that you're playing at the school that the guy that you modeled your game after, the legendary Walter Payton, went to, is there like a sense of pride that you feel like what's the feelings right now, knowing that you're going to step out on that field and you're gonna play on the same field that he played on and dominated on? Like, how are you going to try to emulate his success?
Man, I'm gonna try my best to. First of all, I'm gonna be myself, but I'm gonna try to just do my best. And I really just, the feeling I got, I don't think it's really gonna hit me until I'm on the field on game day. I got the uniform on. I'm like, dang, I'm really at Jackson State. Walter Payton played in the same stadium, so I don't think it's gonna hit me until that moment. You know what I'm saying? Love you too, bro.
And shout out to my boy Jablonski Green. You already know. Hey, Jablonski, man, listen. Coming to a quarterback near you. This is my guy. That is my pick for one of the most outstanding defensive linemen in HBCU football next year. If y'all don't know who Jablonski is, which you should, boy, you gonna know. You gonna know by next season.
Dog too, man. I remember playing against him. He a dog too.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, we got a question from Chris McCray. He wants to know, what number does he want to wear?
23. That's my number, 23.
Now, is there a reason why you wear number 23? Like, that's just a number that you like? It's
either always wore 3 or 23. My older brother, he wore 3 in high school, and then he wore 23 in college. So yeah, I wear 23.
Okay. All right. Is that? Do you know if that number is available right now? Have they given that to you? Like, what's
It's
the?
available on offense. So yeah,
Oh, so you good?
yeah, that should be good.
Okay. All right. So Calvin Little wants to know what is your 40 time?
Fastest 40 time was 4.47, I think. Yeah, 4.4. Yeah.
4.47. Okay. All right. I ain't bad. Now I can't even pronounce his name, but McGordon35 wants to know how does the level of talent at Jackson State compare to Delaware State? I mean, he hasn't played in a game yet for Jackson State, but I mean, if you want to answer.
I mean, yeah, I think it's talent all across the board with both teams for the most part. Like Delaware State, we had some guys on that team, guys who were overlooked, and Jackson State, they got talent as well. You already know 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars coming in, all that. So I think the level of talent is pretty equal to me. Like if we played them in a Celebration Bowl, I think it'll be a good game. Yeah.
If you saw a question for me, if you saw South Carolina State in the Celebration Bowl, would you talk trash like how you did back in Delaware State? Would you yap at them?
Yeah, I would. I would have to, man. Hey, that would be fun though, man. We seen them in the Celebration Bowl.
Now, Cedar Tucker, as far as like retired players, he already mentioned Walter Payton, but do you have anybody in the league that maybe you model your game after or not?
Anybody in the league right now? Not that I can think of off the top. Not really. Not really. I like Ezekiel Elliott's game. I like Alvin Kamara's game. Who else? Much love to you too, bro. Who else do I like in the league? Zeke, Alvin. Well, the running back is good right now.
It's a lot of them, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
can't really think. Derrick Henry, he's good. I don't really model my game after nobody too much, but I like a lot of their game, and I'll be watching their highlights, seeing what they do and stuff like that.
Daryl Davis wants to know, were you surprised that South Carolina State beat JSU in the Celebration Bowl?
I wasn't surprised at all. Like I just said, like somebody asked me about the comparison from Delaware State, the talent wise. Like me, I got just as much talent as a SWAC got, and so I wasn't surprised at all.
Man, and Miss Ivy Tude would like to know what type of music do you listen to before the game?
I'm from Chicago, so I listen to a lot of Chicago rappers,
All right. You know what? All right, because I get into this with everybody that's on here. First of all, I thank you for not saying Young Boy. Let me just.
I don't like Young Boy music.
Bro, thank you. Thank you. No, it ain't no diss to him. It's just like I don't see what people see in it. Yeah, but you a Chicago guy. You like drill rap. Is it dirt? Like for me, it's Montana 300, or at least it was. You feel me? So like, but who is it for you?
I'll listen to Dirt, Herb. Who else good out of Chicago? Chief Keef. My playlist full of everybody for the most part. Even like rappers like people probably don't even know.
Okay. And Calvin Little wants to know, do you like blocking as a running back?
Yeah, I like blocking. I like everything that a running back does. I like just playing running back. You know what I'm saying? Blocking, running, catching, running routes, all that. I can do it all.
And of course, going by this name, Invest in Crypto wants to know, what's your favorite crypto right now?
Favorite crypto right now? XRP, Ripple. I like it. I think it's gonna go up real soon. It's just a matter of time.
It's crazy.
People be sleeping on it because of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think Ripple one of the ones that's definitely slept on for the most part.
2 years ago, that was the only crypto that I like. Somebody told me about XRP and I got it, but like I lost, like I can't just keep my money there. Like I get so discouraged when I don't see it moving. I gotta get back into that, man. I'm glad because I'm taking your word. You feel me? I know you know something, but I gotta get back
into it, man. Like back in about 3-4 years ago, I told her to invest in Ripple. She didn't do it, and she was upset that she didn't do it. Because I was like back in high school at the time, so she thought I didn't know what I was talking about. But like I did research on it. You should have listened to me more.
All right, let's see if we got any more questions. Somebody says, "How do you feel about Coach Sims?"
Coach Sims. Who's Coach Sims?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Oh, he talking about. Oh, I know he's talking about Coach Mo. I think he probably talking about the new coach from Georgia. The what's it? The strength coach, new coach from Georgia, Coach Sims. Yeah, Coach Maurice Sims. Yeah, great coach. He know what he's talking about as well when it comes to like conditioning, mobility, flexibility, in the weight room, all that. Like he's really good at what he does.
All right, and listen. If y'all don't have any more
I call him
questions,
Coach Mo. That's why I was like Coach Sims. But yeah, Coach Maurice Sims.
that's cool. That's cool. So listen, Syveon, this was a pleasure. All right, if you want to shout out, I have your social media at the bottom, but if you want to shout it out and shout out anybody you want to, now's your time. You can go ahead and do so.
Just shout out to my family. I know they watching. Whole family probably watching. My teammates, everybody, fans. I appreciate y'all. Taking me in, all that. Before I even came to JSU, a lot of fans was hitting me up and all that. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Hey, there you have it, y'all. This was Syveon Wilkerson, newest running back of the JSU Tigers. Now listen, it was 200 people in here, bro. The likes better be up. All right, the likes definitely better be up. But hey, Syveon, thank you so much again. This was a pleasure. I know the JSU fans enjoyed it. We can't wait to see you ball out, and we definitely got to have you back on, man.
Most definitely appreciate you. Appreciate everybody on here that came.
All right, hey, you have a good day, and if Mom's still in the room, you have a good day as well, man.
Take care. Thank you.
All right,
All
right, Syveon, I'm gonna get with you.
right.
All right. There y'all have it. Syveon Wilkerson, newest running back of Jackson State. If y'all could have seen his mom when he first got on, man, y'all would have been like, "Oh, that's so sweet." Like, shout out to moms, man. You love to see it. But yeah, there you have it. I'm working on something big, a big interview for y'all, and hopefully it could fall through. If it does, then I'll be very excited to announce it. But if not, I'm gonna just keep it on the hush so y'all forget about it. But yeah, man, we got things coming. We got more interviews coming. Kareem Burke from for FAMU, the freshman for FAMU. I want to have him on. Then we're gonna visit the Grambling. Right, we're gonna get all around the SWAC and everything like that. Just to let y'all know, this weekend, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, there are going to be a couple of big announcements. Now, I'm not gonna make a video. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm gonna be out of town in Charlotte. So unless something goes down, unless a big announcement or a big commitment happens, I'm not gonna make a video this weekend. So don't look out for it. But if it does happen, then look for it from me. ZK interview. Hey, Jablonski, bro, you already know. You already know I'm coming back to South Carolina State. Like I'm gonna get BJ. Like I ain't done. I ain't done. Man, hit me up after this, man. Like for real. We go for real. But yeah, I'm still working on the interviews. Y'all not gonna get a video this weekend unless somebody commits. That's the only time I'll make one. But other than that, man, I'm gonna just enjoy my birthday. Truth be told, I'm kind of mad at myself that I even volunteered to work for a little bit tomorrow. But that's a different story. But yeah, man, hey, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. And yes, I've been seeing the things that's going on with Jackson State. As a matter of fact, Ken Clark has agreed to come back on here to talk about this idea that he had around college football. I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but the FBS, UCLA and USC, big changes are happening in college football, right? They're moving to the Big Ten. You feel me? So Ken Clark went on Twitter and he thought that it would be a good idea for the powerhouses of HBCU football to join, just to create a conference of its own and then move up to the FBS. So I think that is a great discussion to talk about. So I want to set it up. I'm going to set it up with him. Me and Swag Buzz, we're talking. I'm trying to get Swag Buzz as well because I know a lot of y'all watch his channel too. He's another guy who also talks about JSU a lot. So I'm trying to get Swag Buzz as well. He's a little busy right now, but I'm going to see if I can get him in. If I can squeeze him in for that. Maybe Blue as well, because Blue will know a lot of the analytics. Like, we going to get people in here to talk about this topic with y'all because I'm going to make it a call-in show because I want to know y'all's thoughts. Like, I really do. I really do want to know y'all's thoughts. Might as well pre-record. Hey, I don't even got the energy to pre-record. Like, I'm gonna just bring my tripod with me. All right, if y'all get a commitment, your boy will drop that video. Other than that, bro, don't expect nothing this weekend. Just this weekend. And I mean, if y'all remember last year, the day of my birthday, James Houston committed to y'all, and I had to make a video inside the hotel room anyway. So I mean, it could happen. It could happen for the second year in a row. But if y'all don't get no commitment, I'm not going. Y'all not gonna see nothing with me. You won't need a pass for South Carolina State. Laughed at in the Swag Central comments with my post about what he said. Yeah, see, if y'all don't know Swag Sports Central, that group on Facebook, I'm in it, but that's just the get the news out when I post videos. Bro, most of those people do not know what they talking about. Like, that is ignorance. That group is ignorance. Like, and it ain't everybody, but it's a lot of them. So I don't take that group serious, man. I do not take it. It's gonna be that boy. Be they let him live, and man, we out for a couple days. Y'all, wow. High inside, small other side. Oh, hey, this is the mother of Syveon. Just so y'all know, man. Like I said, like it was just to see her like set him up the way that she did before the interview. Like it was just cool. Like, you love seeing mothers do that kind of thing. So shout out to moms again. But yeah, like, if do y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to know before I get up out of here? Yeah, that group is toxic. That group is so toxic. So toxic, bro. And like half the time, I don't know if those people are trolling or if they just really believe what they be saying. Like, I can't stay in that group for more than like a couple minutes. Great interview, bro. Thank you so much. You got the interview stuff now, Pack. I mean, I could be better. I could definitely be better, but I appreciate you, Juan. My boy Kobe. Hey, you know that? Come on now. It's cancer season. That's what we do. We in the building. Ain't none of that cancer's emotional stuff. I don't want to hear it. It's our time now. Oh, okay. So see, I'm glad you brought this up. Yes. Remember that defensive lineman from the University of Tennessee who committed to Jackson State as short as he did? He's now going to Tennessee State. He's decommitted. He's going to Tennessee State. I don't bash anybody. So I'm not going to bash him, but when he made that commitment, I kind of already knew that he wasn't going to stay long. I don't really know. Let me say this. Let me say this, right? Because I heard it from Ken today when he was in that Twitter space. He left simply because he just wanted to do something different, and that's why he's now at Tennessee State. So we wish him all the best. But I kind of knew he wasn't going to stay long. But yeah, that's that. See him in the Southern Heritage Classic. Do you have a good feeling that those two kids will sign with JSU or no? So here's the thing with TJ Metcalf, right? TJ, it's really hard to tell with him. Out of his top four, I do not think Penn State has a chance. Let me say that. I really do think it's between Jackson State, Arkansas, and of course Ole Miss. What Ole Miss has going for him is that the family knows him. Like the family knows the Metcalf. The school knows the Metcalf family, right? Because DK went there. DK Metcalf is his cousin. They have that going for them. Arkansas is just a school that TJ really enjoys. So there's that. He's been to Jackson State. You do have Coach Prime going for you, but it's like I cannot call it right now. I seriously can't call it. I just do know that Ole Miss has a lot of momentum. I know that he really likes Arkansas and that he really likes y'all as well. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. But if he doesn't, you shouldn't be upset. I mean, this is just one of those situations where, those schools have just as good of a chance as you do. Who you got starting in DB this year? All right, so I don't know how the actual lineup is going to be, but of course Travis, Nugget, right, and then at safety, Greg Great has to start. Greg Great has to start. I don't know what they're going to do about Shallow, honestly, because Shallow is going to be back in time. Just so y'all know, his rehab is going fine. He's going to be back. So I don't know what they're going to do with him, but for me, Greg Great, Cam, Nugget, Travis, in the slot, Isaiah. I mean, that's for me. For me. He'll be going to Grandma next week. Look, man, I don't know what he's trying to do, but I mean, I wish nothing but the best of him. I just don't know what he's trying to do. Don't stop CFL. Use your birthday to start working. Man, listen, I'm going into work tomorrow and I ain't doing nothing. All right, for like a couple hours and I'm leaving. I don't even know why I agreed to that. Peter Woods' announcement is also coming in July, I believe. Maybe I think it's the second week on the 8th. I could be mistaken, so don't take my word for that. But yeah, right now it's still between Alabama and Jackson State. Maybe Jackson State can have another 5-star recruit. Maybe. We'll have to see how that goes. Just know Alabama is most likely going to be prepared. Those boosters, they most likely going to be prepared to throw a bag at him to stop him from coming to y'all. The same way Texas A&M did Shamar Stewart. The exact same way. Because I promise y'all, Shamar Stewart, this I do know, Shamar was very close. Very close. But they threw a bag at that boy. And I don't even blame him for taking it, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, after the whole comment thing, you got to expect it to be, be a little embarrassing for Coach Saban if he loses a 5-star recruit to Coach Prime. Have you heard anything about Michael Bless? Yeah, Michael's there. Did you hear about the JSU DB that transferred to the? Yes, Cedric Moffett. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, he is with Mississippi Delta. You wish him the best. But the way this defense is looking, it doesn't look like he was going to get a lot of playing time anyway. But he's still a really good player. As a matter of fact, when he announced his commitment, Coach Prime commented and said, "Valley is getting a good one." So there's no hard feelings between Cedric and Jackson State. And it's going to be a pretty fun matchup. He's going to be very motivated when they see each other on the field when he returns to the vet to play. So that's going to be something to look at. Maybe some Tavion. Brady, yeah, you have to give Tavion some playing time. I'm not saying he's going to start over Isaiah. I wouldn't start him over Isaiah, but you got to give him playing time. I'm so interested to see what that kid can do. I'm so interested to see what Tavion can do. Mark Pope is still there. So listen, Mark Pope is going to be at Jackson State. I know y'all get a little confused because y'all look on his Instagram story and he always somewhere. Like you'll never see him. Nah, he's coming. He's coming. Do you see any SWAC or MEAC schools beating the FCS school this year? I don't want to get in trouble with FAMU fans because I know how hard they come. They ain't beating. They're not beating the Tar Heels. That's not gonna happen. South Carolina State. I know they play UCF and another FBS school this year. I think they'll give UCF a fight. I don't know if they'll win that game though. We'll just have to see. I can't call it right now. I don't know any HBCU that could. But then again, I don't even know all the HBCUs that are playing FBS schools, so I'm not sure. But last year, South Carolina State came really close, like a touchdown away from beating New Mexico State. I think that's the game that Shaq was hurt. So if they have Shaq, they pull off an upset over an FBS opponent last year. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. It's not related. What I'm about to say isn't related, but FAMU was very close to having a 5-star of their own a couple days ago. I can break the news now because I can't with elsewhere. But a former 5-star running back at Florida, his top 2 was Florida A&M, UCF. He chose to go to UCF. FAMU was close. FAMU was close to, we was real close to hearing them out for a long time about how they got a 5-star as well. We was real close to that. Big country. Yeah, big, like all of those guys they've either been on campus or they're going to be on campus. Like, I know y'all haven't heard much from them, but like nothing's happened. The only person who isn't coming is Akani Tuianu, the poly offensive lineman from Snow College, the JUCO that I told y'all about a couple months ago. He has to stay at Snow College a little bit longer because of his grades. So he can't leave Snow College right now. So he's going to have to stay a little bit longer, and hopefully he maintains his commitment to Jackson State when he's able to come, and then he'll be good. But he's not going to be here this season. You got to get those grades up. So watching the pregame show, I think you heard Coach Fleece said like his top guys are Santee. JD has worked his way up. I'm a big fan of JD. Syveon is going to be in that, and of course Tyson as well. So I think those are like the top 4 guys. And the scary thing is like the guys below those 4 just as good. But yeah, I think those are the top 4. To be honest with you, they'll have to do running back by committee. Randy Ann, thank you so much for the donation. I'm predicting next year will be Javante Rucker's year. He has been getting slept on. It's easy to get slept on because of all those receivers that they have. The thing is, I'm not expecting one receiver to have like 1,000-yard season because Shador is the kind of quarterback who likes to spread the wealth. Of course, he had his favorites last year. Keith Corbin was the safety net, but he likes to spread the wealth, and he's going to continue to do so, I believe. So, a lot of those guys' stats might look similar. I don't think there's one guy that's really going to stick out, but, we'll see. Now you in your work mode, don't spend too much money on your B-Day because you pick up the bill, have fun. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna go off this weekend. It's been a while since I've been out. I can't even promise you that, Bubba. Yes, we are talking about Middleton. Middleton is no longer at Jackson State. He is now with Tennessee State. Tennessee State looks like if there's any threat on that schedule, I would count Tennessee State to be that. They're very talented from top to bottom. That's going to be such a good team, and a lot of people don't realize it. Man, they are a good team. Kyle Kennedy, Malachi Wideman is with the team. Yes, he's not working out right now because until he gets his grades up, he just can't. But they fully expect him to be on pace to be in pads by week 1. So yes, he's still with the team. But when he played basketball, his grades did take a dip. And one thing about Coach Prime, and them grades do come first. Kind of a little. So listen, I talked to Blue about this in the group chat, right? And Blue did say that it's more of TV money, like TV contracts. It's the money side of things. So yes, it made sense from that standpoint. So that's why it's happening. And the reason why, like this whole conversation of a whole a conference of HBCU powerhouses came up to go to the FBS. It's because of that. Like this isn't the only big change you're gonna see. Like a lot of changes are happening in college football. Big changes. I think that we need to, as a community, right? As the HBCU community needs to look at this and make a big change on that. Make a big change as well. To be honest with you. Grambling State beats Arkansas. I can see that. I can see that as class. Oh, it's very weird. It's very weird. But I mean, that money gonna talk. So bad move on Middleton's part. In my opinion, Coach Palmer and his staff were the best fit for him, but I guess he wasn't ready. Yeah, so they just said like he wanted to do something different, and he did. You know, so I mean, it is what it is with him. Robert Lockhart, Willie Gaines. If you asking like, are they still with Jackson State? Yes, they are. I think Robert got on Twitter and was like, I think he's still committed, but I think he also said his recruitment is still open. So we'll have to wait and see what Robert does. Kid is way too fast. I hope they keep him. He's a cheater. But I mean, if he doesn't at the same time, you see all the receivers on that roster. I mean, maybe he looks at it and said, you know, when am I going to get playing time? And, you know, he decides to keep his recruitment open. Who knows? Hopefully he stays, though. All right, so listen, if y'all ain't got nothing else, I'm going to get up out of here. Right? Thank y'all for watching. Again, unless a commitment happens tomorrow, from tomorrow till Sunday, I am going to be enjoying my birthday weekend. So, yeah, with that being said, thank y'all so much for showing the support that y'all do. I will let y'all know what me and Ken decide. Because I do want it to be just more than me and Ken. I want it to be more of a roundtable. Maybe I'll get Yard Talk HBCU to come on as well, so she can help us discuss it. But I'm gonna talk to him, and I really want to get Swag Buzz. So if he ain't busy, we gonna all have a roundtable. We gonna all get up in here on my channel, and we gonna talk about this. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I love y'all. Do y'all be coming in late? I think y'all be coming in late. Yeah, Wadman is there. Wadman is on the team, okay? Because he played basketball, his grades took a dip. So he has to get his grades back up before he can even participate with the team, which they fully expect him to do. HBCU overdrive. Hey, I'm gonna get up with you. Let me talk to Ken. Let me talk to Swag Buzz, and I'm gonna definitely get up with you because I do want this to be a roundtable. Hey, shout out to my boy Big Mike. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm out for real though. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Peace.